All right. Welcome to, this is the first podcast I've done in this series. I'm not sure what we're going to call it yet, but whoever's looking at it right now will see the title.
Cool.
But anyway, Mitchell Freind.
That's me.
I'm going to introduce you because I figure if I go, hey, tell us a bit about yourself, you'd probably be a babbling buffoon and more or less just the thing will be a train wreck before it starts. So
That'll probably be the case anyway. See?
Mitchell Freind, musician, teacher. Am I allowed to talk about your...
I don't see why not.
Cool. We're not going to get...
Into the weeds.
We're not going to get... we're not going to get too heavy in this thing. So, yeah. All right. Obviously, we're at COVID-19 scenario at the moment, so hence why we're doing a little bit of an isolated podcast here, but it's not going to stop us from getting stuck into it. So what's happening with you at the moment as far as you're doing... Are you doing any original stuff at the moment?
Yeah. I've been writing probably more in the last couple of months than I've written in the last probably 8 years.
I was about to get stuck into you about that. but you're not doing original. You're not... it's all solo. You're not in a band. You're not gigging. No one's gigging, obviously.
No. I was just doing cover gigs until the COVID hit.
Yeah.
But I'm writing and working on recording songs at the moment.
But you were doing that, but I know because I was speaking to you, you were doing that before the COVID thing hit. So you're getting stuck back into writing original stuff. But I guess for other people out there, this is a good excuse for them if they were, whether they're in original bands or whether they're in cover bands, if they want to do original stuff, now's a good time because everyone's locked away.
Yeah.
So cool. So obviously your cover stuff is on hold for a while because that was at pubs which are now closed. Mm-hmm. And you were fairly cranking up until that point, weren't you? Or were you taking it a little bit easy? I know over Christmas you were just, and late last year you were doing
Christmas was bananas.
Yep.
I guess when we closed down, it was probably averaging out to be 3 or 4 a week. So it's still pretty steady.
Still a lot of work though. It's work. It's not like, yeah.
Yeah. And with every gig that passes, it becomes a little more work. I mean, it's a good way to get paid, but doing that and then working a full-time job it's 7 days a week.
Cool.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing is you're doing full-time teaching.
Yeah. I teach year threes. Monday to Friday, yep.
Yep. Cool. And
so that's pretty weird at the moment with everything that's going on. We've basically had to try and transition from teaching in class. Slowly, week by week, kids are just falling away. And we were sort of training ourselves up to teach online, which is what's going to happen next term.
Yeah, that's why it was good. You're a good guy to talk to because you're trying to do both facets of music and you're also doing teaching, and both have come up. The music stuff was something that was heavily affected very early on by COVID. A lot of industries have followed, but music was the first to go, and teaching was big in the news as well because teaching is the one that's still hanging on. So what is happening going forward then with teaching?
Well, it's a weird time at the moment because like today, for example, I think we had 17 kids in the entire school. We've got a 985 kids school or thereabouts. Yeah. We had 17 kids, but still nearly our full 90 whatever staff.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're training ourselves up. A lot of them don't need a lot of work on the IT kind of side of things. So we're trying to get everybody ready to go. But then when term 2 comes back, we will be working from the school at this stage. Things keep changing, so it's hard to know for sure.
Yeah.
But we'll all be working from school, mostly teaching kids remotely who are still at home.
Yep.
But parents will have the option to be setting their kids in. So
sure. Is that how it ended? Is the term finished now?
No, tomorrow's the last day.
Okay, and is that how it's ending now? There are kids learning from home, or they're home and not learning at all? They're being homeschooled only?
They're learning from home, but we basically gave them you could do this, or this.
Yeah, you're not videoing in, whereas next term you'll be Skyping.
Yeah, video touchdowns and feedback on their work, that kind of thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
And that was the thing that confused me is when the whole just close the schools thing started happening maybe 2 weeks ago when things were still looking bad in Australia and they'd closed pretty much everything and everyone was losing their businesses and they were like, what about the schools? Close the schools. I thought to myself, how hard is it to have the kids all at home? Have the supervision as their parent. Now, I understand that the whole parent being home thing was key issue number one, that couldn't happen because the parent may still have a job. The other thing is, that having that the technical rollout over all of Australia to have every teacher sitting in the classroom of every school with a computer going, right, is everyone logged in, such and such is having technical problems. But I figured, if there could be a teacher sitting there teaching, and saying, right, everyone now needs to do this. I guess there's no ability for someone to say, hang on a second, just wait, I missed that, can you stop? It's totally disconnected from being in a classroom.
Exactly,
I understand that now. But yeah, so going forward, that's what they're going to do next term unless advised otherwise.
Yeah, well, there are lots of tricky sort of grey areas to it. A lot of teachers are kind of, I totally understand where they're coming from, but a lot of teachers are kind of stamping their feet, wondering why we're still kind of in the firing line at this stage. But like you said, the other side of it is, especially with essential workers, I'm so fucking ashamed I just did that.
Yeah.
Like people that work in medicine.
It upset me as well, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to take off, should we call it?
And that's it.
Thank you very much. A lot of medical professions, that kind of thing, they're working still, and obviously they can't look after their kids. So what are they supposed to do exactly? So, people are saying we're kind of like babysitters now, which to be fair is sort of true, but we need to be. So I guess you just got to roll with it. But the good side of it is a lot of people, especially people stuck in social isolation, this is your time to sort of fuck with your imagination and try new things. And there's lots of cool art coming out of it. There's lots of people doing like stop motion sort of videos of themselves lying on the floor from above. Have you seen all those kind of things?
I've seen a lot of them, yeah. I think TikTok has gone through the roof because it was already very popular, but now...
this happened at a perfect time for TikTok, really, didn't it? Because they were just sort of firing off in a big way.
Maybe TikTok sent
it's the TikTok
Corona through 5G and beamed it. Anyway.
Oh, my God.
But, yeah, so a lot of people that would never have even bothered with TikTok are getting so bored that they are, like a lot of famous people that were merely on, like even footy players and stuff are doing it. But,
yeah. I saw a video the other day of all the Backstreet Boys guys reunited and sung a song in their own homes and put it together. I liked it.
That was pretty cool. Yeah. Other than the fact that one of the dudes was miming, which you could tell. One of them
kind of dropped the ball. Hey, I don't think he's been keeping up on his practice.
Yes, one of them was a little bit.
Like a little nerdy kid.
Yeah. I can tell one of the guys was sitting in like a beautiful big room next to a grand piano, and you could like, okay, this guy's probably still sings the song anyway.
He probably invested well and
yeah. And then there was the guy that looked like they'd just taken him out of the actual video clip and put it in, because he looked like he was about 23. But anyway, that was really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of cool shit going on, and my current band had a single launch booked for this coming weekend,
right?
19th of April, and obviously we've had to cancel that. We'll still put the song out, but to no show, we'll still put the single out. We've got a video clip for it, which we'll put out as well. But that'll be it. We'll try and hammer it as much as we can online, but we won't. We're going to use a promotion company to promote the song. So basically we're going to use a management company to make sure the song gets sent out to as many playlists as possible and actually pay them money. But now, no, we can't. We're not going to pay that money and waste that money now.
Hey, at least a music video you can still share. That's kind of good. Are you going to say the band's name, or are you not going to plug yourself?
Oh, Collider. Yeah. So current band,
very,
Collider,
very good.
A lot better than my previous band.
So much better.
I was for anyone watching, listening, for all three of you, I was in a band with Mitch, which finished up. So that finished up in 2017. So you were the band, and you were around from about what 2009 till
2009,
2017,
give or take. Yep,
cool.
So a fair while. I was in a punk band before that, and I kind of sort of, as that sort of felt like, I guess it was winding down a little bit, I sort of picked up this other thing, and we sort of tonked along. And
tonked along
is probably the best way to put it.
Tanked
Along, tanked down.
Yeah, tanked.
Yeah.
And I was in the band for the last couple of years, a year or so. I was probably the catalyst for finishing the band.
Probably
I was
the weaker years, yeah.
But
you were the COVID to our band.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. And we went on. It was the only band I've ever been on a tour with, and that was cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
And obviously, I was thinking about this earlier today. People still have this delusion that aren't in the music industry that if your band is putting something out or going on tour, or if the fact that you're even in a band in a room together is you're killing it. You're uber famous just because you met up with three guys. No. That's step one of 50 steps, and most people will only ever get to step freaking 3.
Yeah, for
right?
sure.
So yeah, we toured and obviously spent. We just spent probably a couple of grand each just to go on the tour and made maybe 200 of that back.
Yeah, well, I think we certainly ended up in the red.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So so that was a lot of fun. So
But we paid for the experience, didn't we, John?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the good thing is, all going into it, we knew that, right? So
Yeah. And it was worth doing, I think.
yeah, twas. What's next for you? Will it depend on what happens and how long this takes, or?
Yeah, well, it's going to be interesting to see because, a lot of people kind of use their busyness as a reason why they never get done that thing that they want to get done.
I do.
And
I use that.
I've certainly been that person in the past, and I've I've really worked on it, tried to actually do the things I say I'm going to do, and stop making excuses. I think probably less you're making excuses rather than you are just a busy dude. Because,
Me?
Yeah. Because you're like a pretty proactive guy. You do what you say you're going to do when you say you're going to do it, which is the only thing I've ever liked about you. So I've been really working on that. And now, even if we do teach.
So you want to? Are you saying you want to make a personal change when this thing's all over? You want to be a better person, or are you just saying you were trying that already and you want to continue on with that? Or
well, I guess in a way for me, it's kind of the good timing. That my year has been like I committed in December. I said to myself, I'm just going to every free moment I've got, I'm going to be doing something productive. Like that was my only goal.
Yeah.
And so through December, I started recording that EP.
Yep.
And I have no idea how to record, so I've made a lot of missteps along the way, and it's taken way longer than it should have. But I am learning, and I am getting things done. I've been drawing a lot more, which is good. Yeah,
You're always a good drawer.
Oh, cheers.
Very expletive sort of drawings. But
Yeah. So I'm focusing less on the dick drawings now, and I've branched out into anything else. But yeah, I've been drawing. I got a little digital tablet, been doing a lot of that.
Wicked.
And oh man, it's so good. Being able to reverse your mistakes. It's just like teaching me how to draw 5 times as fast as you can on pen and paper.
Yeah, okay.
Because every mistake you make, you can just back straight out of, try again, back out, try again. So it kind of like gives you more freedom to experiment, that kind of thing.
Yeah, cover up for your incompetence, I guess is what you're trying to say.
Of which I have ample. Can you have ample incompetence?
Yeah, I guess so. Absolutely, yeah. Someone's like, he's that guy's a bit incompetent, and I was like, oh, God, it's Mitch.
So it's like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been doing heaps of that, getting heaps of shit done, just like me stuff, nothing that's useful to society in any way. But
no, but that's the thing, right? Is that's cool that you were, I guess you were one of the guys that were milling away at the songwriting stuff.
Right.
In the months, say 3 or 4 months, would you say, before this? Was it late last year?
Yeah.
Because I remember you saying you were going up, you're heading out country to try and lock yourself away and
socially isolate
yourself so you could get
I'm ahead of the
stuff.
curve, man.
You are ahead of the curve. You got flattening the curve. Mitch is ahead of the curve. So that was cool. That's cool that you sort of got onto that. And I don't think you're as far behind in picking it all up as you think you are.
Oh man, over the last 4 months, I've made a huge change for sure. Like I never sit on my ass watching TV anymore. It just doesn't happen.
Cool.
Which is pretty good.
So you think we'll be back to semi-normal life in a few months? Or?
Well, can I start by giving you my outrageous scheme and my outrageous theory that I don't actually believe?
So a theory that you believe,
No. A theory that I've come up with, but I don't believe.
Okay.
But I'm going to start with my scheme.
Okay.
My scheme is that we take controlled groups.
So your idea. So this is what you said we should do. Yep.
It's a scheme, really. I'm not going to call it an idea. An idea has merit. This is a scheme.
Yeah, it's a shit show. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. So we get controlled groups, demographics maybe. Like we'll say, the people with the highest survival percentage are the 19 to 24s or whatever it is. I'm just making up data here.
Yep.
And we
I
just
think that's right.
purposely infect them. And then when they're clear, we pop them back outside whilst everybody else stays isolated, and then we bring out the next group. And we just gradually
infect
everybody.
I think
and we do it in a managed manner so that the hospitals can handle the influx.
I think it was a guy that had similar ideals to that at one point in time.
Was it Alex Jones?
No. It was back in the 40s. He was a German fellow. Anyway, what was your
Detlef Schrempf? Well, the bottom line for me is, man, I don't understand it. Like I asked a doctor about it the other day. Like, what is it about this one specifically that's so serious?
Small. Oh, sorry. I thought you saw about
can you do anything about this?
Yeah.
Like, can you help me, please?
Yeah. I'm glad you got a 10th opinion.
One opinion for every millimeter. Yeah. And the doctor said, this goes deeper. That's all they said. And I was just like, I don't know what that means. Like, I want an answer. Like, I want to understand it better. Yeah. But the bottom line is I can't understand it. So I should be listening to the people that fucking do understand it, right? Like, shouldn't we all be?
Yeah.
Instead of just cooking up our like half-baked 5G theories. Just listen to the people that know what they're talking about.
Yeah. But
the pandas are fucking again, apparently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good for them.
I don't really know how that relates, but pandas are getting back into it.
Oh, because there's not people gawking at them.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe
the zoos are closed, right?
Yeah, they just get stage fright.
Yeah.
As soon as everyone goes, they're like, let's get into this.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's a good thing, I guess, that the pandas are fucking. To be honest, I've been fairly indifferent to the panda situation for the most part.
Usually with the podcast is like has a tagline, like it's named something that happened in that podcast. This podcast is going to be called The Pandas Are Fucking Again.
I like it. Yeah.
Probably a good note to end it on as well. We've been going for a decent amount of time, so I'll thank you. I wanted to speak more about music than Corona, but I think we covered all the music stuff, so I'm not really stressed about that.
Okay.
I'm glad we didn't go too crazy on the Corona stuff, but the music stuff was sprinkled in there.
We went fairly crazy on the Corona stuff. Yeah.
It's all right. I can cut some of it out.
It's what's going on.
Yeah, I know.
What about Collider? Are you guys going to do a live streaming thing or anything like that?
No, I thought about we will, in that we're allowed to do it. We're Collider are just a couple of members now. We just before the Corona thing, we did have a member leave, so we're a couple of members. We've been three members for a couple of years. We'll generally we find it easier just to have a three-piece as far as the music goes. We've got a guy that plays bass in the band just live, and we've got a second guitar will always be played electronic, like digitally. Yeah. And we play a lot of stuff digitally live. So the drums are live, the vocals are live, one guitar is live, the bass is live, and then there'll just be a second guitar part coming out of the backing track or the PA, and some synth or something like that.
Yeah.
And some keys.
That's another one of those things that there'll be the band members that will always be like, oh, that's not how it's done, but yeah, make the fucking music however you want.
Absolutely. Yeah, a few years ago I might have been the same way, but yeah, we
me
run.
Too, yeah.
We run. We're still, we can play the songs the way they are on the record because of that. And a local band can't afford a lot of the time to have 5-6 members. That's 5 mouths to feed. And I don't mean that in the literal sense. They're not actually making money to be fed in an original band. We're not. I mean it in that's 5 people you need to get to commit to the same day to jam every week.
Yeah, you need to manage them,
manage people.
Yeah.
So when it's 3, when it's 2, now that it's 2, it's fantastic. But when it was 3, it was still fine. Like it was only 3 people to organise anything. And we're not going to replace that third member, like rush out and do it. We're going to try and use this time to record some stuff, demo some stuff, get some drummers to probably record. It's the drummer. Get the drummer to record a new drummer to record some stuff and not necessarily commit to the band. And at one stage we may need to commit someone, but locally there's a lot of local bands that play with just revolving members for stuff. Yeah. Like if guys go overseas, they're just like, cool, let's not go 3 months without a show. Let's get a drummer to play with us.
Just a session dude or a gun for hire type dude.
Pretty much. Yeah. And a lot of the time it's like mutual scratching of backs in Perth. So in the original scene, you're not going, right, let's pay a guy to play drums for us for every show. You find other ways for it to be of benefit to them. It's usually a guy that's in a pal band of yours that will sort of say, yeah, I'll be in your band until the other guy's back.
Right. So if it happens around the other way, well, I guess we both did that, didn't we? There was a stage where I stepped in for your last band, and there was a stage where you sort of stepped in for ours before you ended up joining, and then you just couldn't resist staying.
Exactly.
You liked the members.
Exactly.
You've always liked the members.
I mean, you had something. Yeah, you had something on me, so I had to stay in the band, and
I still have those photos.
Oh my god, the internet's there forever. So yeah, I want to do some collide. We might do some acoustic stuff. So we might do a couple of maybe some cover songs where it's me on piano and the guitarist on an acoustic guitar. We might do some of our own songs the same way. We won't do any full band stuff for the reasons I've just mentioned. I might even do some old. I might even jump on an acoustic and do some old band or some of my old band stuff.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah,
just to put it up there. But I really want to do this podcast.
Do you think you'll write any of your own stuff? Like I know Collider's your own, but I mean sort of solo stuff.
Not now. Nah, later on. I mean, that wouldn't. I really don't think that's a good idea for. I'm struggling to write stuff for the band. So if I was to write my own little stuff, it wouldn't be a matter of me saying, oh no, this is this style. It wouldn't work for them anyway. It's a time thing. It's like, well, if I'm spending time, it doesn't matter. There's a different style, and it's me style versus the band style. It's a big FU because I'd be spending. Doesn't matter how much time it took me to write that song. That could have been a Collider song,
right?
So I'm happy to commit. I'd rather commit to doing that, but down the track maybe, but not now.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Cool, man. Well, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me, man.
Mitchell Freind.
I hope it was all right.
It's ex Hostile Little Face because Hostiles is done.
Hostiles is toast, my friend.
Ex Hostile Little Face, but currently Mitchell Freind, acoustic, original artist, cover artist, and teacher.
Do you want to go out with some of my EP brainstorming ideas that I've been cooking up?
Oh, we're out of time. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, they're ridiculous. I've got them in my notes. Every time I come up with sort of a little phrase that I think I could use for an album name, I write it down, and then they all go missing the minute I need them for something.
Oh, so this is an EP name, not necessarily like a scheme on how to release it or anything.
Oh no, no more schemes.
I still think if you're ever going to have a cover band where you're the leader of a cover band, you need to call it Mitch Freind and the Enemies. You got to do that.
Oh no, I mean, I guess. Yeah, okay, that sounds fine. It sounds like one of those old school kind of bands, like those Ben Harper type bands.
Oh, yeah.
What's his one? Oh, The Innocent Criminals. That's why.
Well, I mean,
it's that
like Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons sort of thing. It's more that old sort of
Okay, here are my EP ideas, name ideas. You can ditch this if it's boring.
Like a Letterman top 10 list. Go for it.
Yeah. So the first is The Two Met Somewhere in the Middle. They're all fucking
That's a
long
docking reference, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
The two tips met somewhere in the middle. I missed tips, sorry, my bad. Went Up Ahead an Orange Glow, which I told you about that car thing, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's from that. That's going to be great for listeners. And that was the last he ever heard of it.
So these are all, is that one?
Yeah. Yeah, they're ridiculous. That's it.
Oh, sorry, yeah, they're very long.
They're all very long, yeah.
Back many albums ago, in a couple of bands ago, I had a few titles that had that sort of tone to them, and the rest of the band despised them.
Everybody I tell hates them, but I like them. I guess they're oddly a little bit like that kind of Fall Out Boy Panic at the Disco period when they were naming their songs fucking nothing to do with the song itself.
Yeah,
it was always some kind of weird, overly long phrase.
Sentence, yeah, and it was nothing to do, but it may have even it either did have something to do with it, and it was only they knew, or it had fucking nothing to do with it.
Right.
But it was like a place filler sort of name.
It was a phase, really.
But I do hate most of my songs are always named like one word or this or that or.
You name yours mostly after the hook, don't you?
Yeah. But that's the thing is that's not it's what you would do if you were a radio artist, but it's not creative at all. But at the end of the day, it's still what I tend to gravitate towards.
It's a bit wanky, but I usually try and find the sentence which most covers the theme of the song, and use whatever that is.
Yeah. There was I think an album that I had, one of the old Mattersville albums had a longish title that wasn't specifically the name of a song.
Was it Welcome to My Downfall?
Yeah, Welcome to. It was the name of the interlude in the song. So it had Welcome to Our Downfall. That's right.
Was it Our Downfall? Okay.
Yeah.
So I didn't really listen to it. I've never been a huge fan.
No one did. All right.
Thanks very much, man.
No worries. Thank you.
Catch you later.